I can't stay in the right lane if it's a right turn lane only. That's pretty much what you're saying, right?
Correct.
I get it. I get what you're saying.
Yeah, the portion that you're speaking of is actually 4 lanes, believe it or not. 2 straightaways.
Yes, I know. I left the left lane out as to avoid confusion.
Okay.
The far left is a left turn lane to go northbound into straight eastbound lanes and a far right turn lane. It becomes that right turn lane at the regulatory sign that you see posted on the shoulder of your vehicle. Alright? If you're within the ballpark of that sign, I'm not going to break your stop. I know what you're doing. I know what professional bicyclists do.
I'm not a professional, but thank you.
Well, you know your stuff, and I'm not going to complain about that. The problem is you're traveling for a long distance in that one section of roadway in that middle lane.
You know, ironically, it really isn't long at all. It takes me less than a minute to traverse that.
I know it does.
Really nothing. If anything, it only takes me longer when the traffic light catches me, which I do stop.
In crash turns, like I'm one of our accident researchers here in town. I handle the fatal crashes. Certainly don't want to see you killed in a crash. I had a man killed right there on his bicycle in that same exact section of the road. I had another pedestrian struck and killed on the westbound shoulder in that same section of the roadway. 6 months ago, I had another pedestrian struck and killed at JoJo's. Now, what was worrying, and I know exactly what you're quoting when you say you had the link to it. The link that you want to show me, or one that you're looking at, is a link to the New Jersey NBC. And NBC has different booklets that cover different various corner roadway operation or users. They have one for bicycles, they have one for motorcycles, cars, and trucks. And then you would click on it, and it gives you a big long manual on how to operate your particular vehicle on the highways.
How you doing today, officer?
Officer.
Break your thing.
I know, right? Okay, we have officer. Your name and shield number, please.
Officer Rob Moran, badge number 140.
140, thank you, sir.
Yeah, he's actually 15140.
Up 15140.
He's cut off the first two.
I tell you what, now I'm going to sign off. I still got GoPros going. Don't try nothing fancy.
Nah, nothing fancy going to happen.
What I will do,
restart it again?
I'm going to
wait.
Launch browser.
You want to look it up and see what that is?
We're going to, yeah, this is the new phone. Like I had a bookmark in the old one. And we're going to New Jersey cycling laws title.
Got a camera on the back too?
That's affirmative.
Hey, Pop.
Not only, hey, check it out. Not only do I got, like, stay where you are. Check it out. Devlin. I got rear view. This is called a removal. See? I got a rear view monitor.
I saw that one.
Yeah.
You got to get one for my motorcycle.
Yeah.
What
do we got?
Hey, Bob, you got a Title 39 book with you? Grab it, please.
I'm looking for the official state one, like the New Jersey one.
I have my good correct.
This might be it right here. This is definitely the state. New Jersey. Oh, for Christ's sake. Yeah, you're not lying. This is a big ass fucking book.
He's going to pull one out right here. See that book right there he's got? That's Title 39. Pull up 39.414.1 for me, alright? You also doing your email? Oh, never mind. I'm not going to bother with that right now. I got to print out the manual. Alright. Look at here, it might be easier for you.
What do you got?
This is the book. This part right here.
Yeah, there we go. Yeah, that's what it says. Every person riding.
4 stands for moving. 14
Ride as light as possible. Title 59 statute.
That's what I'll talk about. Title 39 is the revised statute and all supplements thereto, except as to those provisions thereof which by their nature can have an application
tell you what, Devlin.
You want to start it back up?
You say that there is now. I do what I do for a very particular safety. Like if you go down there to what is it? The jug handles of what's it called? The Wrangleboro Road. You see, I didn't roll out the bed as an avid cyclist. I learned trial and error. When going down these I tried turning lanes as bike lanes, and what happens is you got it. You get J-hooked, and if you don't get J-hooked, you get pinned by that jug handle, and you got to wait for the kindness of a motorist to stop their vehicle. They're risking to be rear-ended now.
And that's why I tell you, at the point where in the approximate area of the sign with the lane to come to right turn lane, at that point, move over.
I get what you're saying, although you do understand now, I'm going to try. I'm going to show my flexibility here.
Well,
I'm going to give it a go.
You're doing it at the other end too. The people are jumping over at that point and taking over. So the exposure to danger is exactly the same by the firepower as it is up by the
I would then be looking to merge left. It varies. It varies as to how heavy the traffic is at that particular moment.
I know.
And that's why I take lane control of the straight through lane rather than try to suddenly fight to get over.
But even in lane control situations, when you say lane control and I take over and you're 36 inches buffer and everything, I saw your video. I watched it all the time. All right. That's why I found all your terminology is coming from the user manual for bicycles. And the user manual for bicycles, cars, motorcycles, and trucks are what we're commonly referred to as best practices, which is best practices plus Title 39.
Title 39 now, and I know I linked it on my YouTube, and it does state where it says where it's.
I clicked on your link.
Yeah, they talk. Yeah, okay, so it pulls it up.
It pulls up the statute that we're talking about right here. It goes to Title 39, and you actually have to search.
Yeah, we do have to stay to the right of the road. That is true, and it also says that we have the right to move left and to take lane control under certain hazardous conditions.
And that quote right there is coming from that's not that. You'll never find those words in Title 39. You're not going to find it.
Why is it on the New Jersey State page though?
Because the page that it's on is what we refer to, as I said, it's best practices. It's best practices for operating my motorcycle, my car, and my bicycle. And they're talking in generic terms here. They say best practices plus Title 39 statutory law. So they have the two are kind of mingled a little bit because they can't, under the manual, they want to keep the manual somewhat brief, although it's like 30 pages long. They can't put every situation in there. And lane control, 46 inches, all those things that we're talking about are all true. And under best practices, a place like Atlantic City or Ocean City where you have multi-lane roads at 25 miles an hour, I agree wholeheartedly that that's a perfect place to exercise those techniques that we're talking about.
Oh, I understand. You're right. If a cyclist wants to occupy a lane indefinitely, then yes, they can simply say, okay, but I'm not stupid. I know that I cannot go. And,
well, you're not. I get it.
But
if you want to occupy the lane, but you also have to be able to travel so fast as to not impede the traffic behind you, which is a 25-mile zone, which is no problem on a bicycle. But now we take ourselves out of the Ocean City situation and put ourselves on a state highway that has multiple fatal crashes and high speed. It's impossible for you to go 50 miles an hour. If you take complete control of a lane for a distance greater than necessary to move over and pass through an intersection to avoid being in the right lane, then that, of course, is a violation of 39.67 of impeding traffic. Plus, it's a severe danger to you and also violates 14.1 under the bicycle code. Those two statutes right there, okay? I get what you're doing. I understand you're trying to take control of the lane. When you go up here, when you come down Riggins, right? I know, because the one video, Alan behind fell up here by Riggins. You're coming this way.
Riggins.
The gas station.
Yeah, I got GoPros going, but thank you. Thank you. They're good.
The gas station up by Ref's Tap House. You know where that? When you come this way on the pike and you pass the old path mark that's on the right, and it opens up again into 3 lanes right there.
You're talking about where the old circle used to be?
Yeah. Riggins, the gas station, Riggins.
Right.
And then you occupy. I haven't seen you do it, but I imagine you occupy that lane.
That's where Pahan pulled me over.
I don't have too much of a problem with that because the duration is short. It designates the right turn lane. I get what
the
you're doing
duration back there is short.
No, it's not. They're not. This one's twice
It is
as
short,
long.
and all drivers have to do is simply pass me. Any other way they move past any other, so they pass each other cars all the time.
But I know what's going to happen is you're going to be out here, and the traffic's going to be heavy. You're going to car pull up behind you, right?
All they have to do is pilot their car in a safe fashion. Use your turn signal, overtake it, and continue on your way.
But up there, where you're taking control is a violation. Okay.
I don't see the violation.
Well, I haven't seen you do it yet. It's been reported to me many times. I'm a traffic officer. I handle the crashes.
Well, like I said, I will definitely try.
What's going to happen though, if I see you doing it, I know you and I agree on the interpretation. What's going to happen is, if I see you up there in traffic like that, I'm going to write you a ticket. I'm not doing it. You'll write the summons. You'll go to the judge and have the judge interpret the statute as the system works. If the judge says it's okay, you'll never see me again, man. But if he says it's not okay, then that would be a problem. Right
Well,
there.
that's what's going on in Hamilton Township because I got a ticket for there, and I'm going to keep on fighting for my title.
Well, I'm not going to argue about. I don't know the exact.
But like I said,
area.
I'm going to try.
Have you gone to court for that one yet?
No, I entered my not guilty plea. What is it?
Where did he get you at, by the way?
McKee to, matter of fact, I don't even know what the second light is.
Roundabout. Because McKee, where the movie theater is?
Yeah, right there.
Is there a third lane there? I thought you have a shoulder.
There is. It's all turning lane.
The whole thing.
And what is it? Hartman was the one that wrote the ticket. He is predicating his thing on directly in front of eruptions.
Okay.
It's about maybe 15 yards long. And that is the only semblance of a shoulder that there is. That's it.
I wouldn't break it down for 15 yards, man.
Well, apparently that's what he's doing.
I'm not going to do that.
He said, I have it on my go. Oh my God, don't even get me started.
I'm not going to speak for all the officers.
He sat up there.
I didn't see the violations.
He
I'm hearing your side.
He was offended by the GoPros. He says that I am doing laps up and down 40 exclusively for the purpose of getting pulled over. That I am going places. Right now, I'm going to a bike shop. I got to have my bike worked on. I'm going to Beacon.
Oh yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you. Down there, man. They called in down there. I come to the area, and you're already gone. I drive the Dodge Charger with my car, one of those cars. I've seen it. I got the call. I know who he is. I know what he's doing. I haven't seen where he's doing it at yet. Hamilton Township
wants to paint me a bike lane. Beautiful.
Actually, it's the state of New Jersey. It's the state
well, then the state of New Jersey needs to do it because right now I understand what you're doing. You're not. I get it. Either you or Hamilton Township. You're not trying to be dicks. I get it, and I appreciate that. But there is a massive clash of lack of cycling infrastructure. Okay, I cannot be banned from riding this road, and I cannot
You're not.
And I cannot be expected to ride the road in an extremely unsafe fashion. I've already been hit twice.
I know, but you don't think riding in the middle of the highway. You don't think riding in the middle of the highway is unsafe?
No, and you know why? Because when they're blaring their horns at me, screaming and cussing, they see me. At least they see me.
But you know, I gotta tell you, how most head and bicycle crashes occur? I've done many. I'm up to 55 fatal crashes here. I've done, okay? The majority of them occur in situations like this. I have either a pedestrian crossing the road or I have a bicyclist in the road. The car comes up.
Bicyclist in the road where?
In the travel portion. When I say travel portion, from this white line here to the yellow. Okay? We have a nice wide shoulder here. Any car comes over here, and obviously that's a violation.
It sounds like the bike is trying to cut across the road.
Yeah.
So it's not my situation.
Well, you're in the turn lane back there. You're in the.
Yeah, the situation doesn't. It doesn't apply to me. Oh my God, how many more cars are going to get here?
Don't worry about it. In that situation back there, you're in the travel lane. Okay, when I say travel lane, you're anywhere between the outside blue spot line and the yellow line on the inside. You're in the travel lane. If you're inside the travel lane and the car comes up, and like we said, if they're blaring the horn and they're waving their hand out, they exceed it, right? The majority of the crashes I handle, this car will come down the road and do everything you say. And they'll come up and they'll either, I'll call it, they'll dump left or they'll dump right.
Correct.
But now you have a car coming up behind them, and all they see is the car in front of them. And when they bail out and they dump out of your lane, that person coming up doesn't have
failing to signal, by driving hostile, all faults that lie squarely with the motorist.
Yeah, but you want to be dead, right?
Of course I don't want to be dead.
Yeah.
All they have to do is simply
That's how majority
their
of, I know, but that's how
they have to drive their vehicles correctly.
that's how most of the fatals occur. That's how they the bicyclist, the other one, he crossed the road at night in the dark, wrong spot.
Those are called, by the way, ninja cyclists. We got terminology because they don't use bike lights at all. Have you seen my bike at night?
No, I know you have lights. You have light, you have all the bikes, you have all the things you need.
So
if you want to wait and get closer in the proximate area of where the right turn lanes, I'm not going to bother you. But if you start that by the auto parts store, what I call the fire tower right there, I'm going to stop you. And then we'll just have the judge handle it. The judge says it's okay, and I'm going to bother you no more.
well, I'll tell you what, I'll try it anyway. I'll see how the safety goes, how difficult it is to merge into the straight through.
But what happens when you merge off the shoulder into that right lane?
Off the shoulder and
You're
right
riding down the road and you're on the shoulder, right?
Right.
That white line's supposed to go over,
Take it off.
straight into the lane. At the third rate, straight into the lane.
Actually, no. Well, once it tapers off,
Yeah.
well, actually, quickly before it tapers off, I will signal,
Yeah.
take lane control
Okay.
of the straightening lane.
Yep.
And so at that maybe 500 feet, I'll be out there in 4 lanes.
Well, why not do the exact same thing up
Two
over
straight
the
through
intersection?
and 2 turning lanes.
Well, why not do the exact same thing at the intersection? Signal, move out, take control at that point.
At the intersection.
No, at the sign where the lane changes.
Well, like I said, I'm going to try it.
I mean, they're both dangerous. Either way, it's dangerous. Personally, if it was me, I get what you're saying when you say the right turn lane. I would probably stay in the right turn lane, because if I got hit by a car making a right, it's generally going to be a low-speed impact. When I say low speed, I'm relative. A car can only go so fast when it makes a right, 25, 30 miles an hour. You get a car out in that lane. The day I saw you one day, I know you got to remember this, about 2 weeks ago, you were coming this way, and I went ripping by this way, my patrol car, lights and sirens. You remember seeing me that day?
See a lot of it.
You see a lot of it? They called me out here because of you. I saw you. You were doing everything right here. And I think, he ain't bothering nobody. Let him go. And I went down the road, and you see right past you. I got a car coming.